Maybe you've already seen them, but if you haven't, I put out a couple videos recently about affordability and the housing crisis we're kind of dealing with here in San Diego at the moment. Long story short, San Diego is currently the #1 most unaffordable city in the entire country. One of the most common questions and messages I've been getting is, well, what about the condos? Are condos in San Diego, is that gonna cost you $900,000? I mean, what if your price point is closer to say $400,000, $500,000? Does this mean you can't get in the market in San Diego? This video, I went ahead and I compiled several different San Diego regions. They're gonna have a lot of different condos for sale and that are priced at or below the San Diego median price point for condos. Also, this is gonna be important. So I realize when you're looking for any kind of real estate, basically, I mean, you could be looking at moving to a different part of San Diego, maybe you're not familiar with. Maybe you're moving from outside of San Diego. Maybe you're moving into California from another state. So I did include a resource below. It's gonna be called Niche, which is gonna help you break down different neighborhoods. It's gonna talk about things like crime rates, school ratings. It's gonna have ratings on walkability, everything you'd wanna know about a neighborhood. So I find the website pretty reliable. They used a bunch of different sources to compile the information. I highly suggest you use a resource like this in conjunction with your home search to make sure you wind up in the neighborhood you really want to be in. So the first thing I did, it's going to be that printout that you saw in the beginning of this video. I went ahead and ran the market stats. And most importantly, I wanted to see what the median price or the most up-to-date median price was to buy a condominium or like a townhouse in San Diego County. So it ended up being 600, you just saw this, like I said, but it ended up being just over $646,000. So the second thing I did is I hopped into my trusty Realtor MLS system. So the search criteria I used was, I didn't want to see any condos or townhomes over 700,000. I used 699,000, but close enough. And I didn't want to see anything under 2 bedrooms or with less than 2 bathrooms. It's probably going to be the most popular kind of setup for a condo I think most people are looking for. So what that also means is that we're not going to see any 1 bedrooms or studios on this search, but they're going to be out there. So if those are going to be or if those would fit into what you're looking for, it just means there's more options for you. I have an observer. Hoorah! Are you sleepy? So right away you're gonna see that there's 5 or 6 regions here that are probably gonna be better areas to focus on if you're looking for condos. Right here is gonna be the top region as far as selection. Like I'm showing 159 different condos. So these are gonna be actively listed for sale. Condos, and then they're also going to be like condos that are under contract. So if you're using like a public website like a Zillow or like a Redfin or something like that, you're probably not going to see all of these unless they capture what's in contract as well. This area is going to be the San Diego kind of metro, like the central area here on the map. This is going to be communities like Mission Valley, Old Town, the Fashion Valley area, kind of near the mall there. It's also gonna be the areas like Normal Heights, North Park, Linda Vista, Hillcrest, and there's some other ones in there. So I broke it down even further for this area as far as the statistics. So median price for a condo or townhome here is gonna be about $624,000, at least at the time when I ran these stats. This is gonna be a large collection of very different neighborhoods. So in this area alone, so I mean, Hillcrest is going to be very different than, let's say, like Linda Vista. Mission Valley is nothing like North Park. So this is when a website like that Niche website I mentioned earlier, or any site that rates neighborhoods, gives you more insight into like crime rate, the schools, what the neighborhood's all about, that kind of stuff, is going to be very important. Because if you're not familiar with the neighborhood, the last thing you want to do is buy real estate, buy a condo in an area that does not fit your lifestyle at all. So the second area here is going to have 109 different options. The condos for sale are under contracts. This is going to be the eastern end of, right on the end of central San Diego, and it kind of bleeds into the East County suburbs a little bit. Communities here are going to be like College Grove. You're going to have Spring Valley, La Mesa, Rolando, San Carlos, Del Cerro. It's a San Diego State College area. Allied Gardens is over there. So your median price in this area, what I was just alluding to before, is going to be $500 or just over $542,000. When the median price for a San Diego home right now is over $950,000. A condo priced at $543,000, give or take. I mean, that's a pretty good way to get into the market, maybe a starter home. This could be a very good and affordable option to take. Once again, make sure you use websites, those neighborhood rating websites like Niche. I know for a fact, especially in this area, these neighborhoods can be drastically different from one another. Another region here is going to be, with a decent selection here of condos at 96, is going to be South San Diego. Okay, the two predominant neighborhoods, communities that make up the area we're looking at right now are going to be Chula Vista. Chula Vista is huge, by the way, but Chula Vista and then Otay Ranch. I can tell you that a lot of the condos we're looking at here, they're going to be like semi-new, like built within the last 20 years or so. Well, I guess that's not really that new, but newer. So I was checking out the neighborhood breakdowns here and like the listed price and the obvious stuff about considering to purchase a condo. You also, for this particular neighborhood, South San Diego, and these are areas you need to pay attention to and look out for any type of Mello-Roos payment that is also due in addition to everything else. So some of these can be pretty sizable. The basic Mello-Roos basically is like a bond to pay for something. A lot of times it's can be for like school, can be like a park, that type of stuff. A lot of times they benefit families, so it can be a good thing, but it does cut into affordability a little bit. Median price point here is going to be right around $600,000. The next area here is going to be the East County Suburbs. So we talked about it a little bit earlier, but this is going to be just the East County Suburbs. So we're looking at about 83 different options here. This is going to be areas like Rancho San Diego, El Cajon, Lakeside, and a few others. I can tell you that this area, some people love it and other people not so much. So definitely check it out in depth if you're considering moving here from somewhere else. The median price here is going to be $460,000. So that's extremely low compared to everything else. So the final region I wanted to look at here is going to be, see there's like 66 current options out there, condos. So this is going to be North San Diego. In this particular area is going to be primarily Oceanside. So if you're familiar with Oceanside, you probably know it's huge. Several different zip codes. I mean, it basically dominates the North County. So it's a very, very big area. Some parts are much better than others. I mean, some parts are going to be like on the ocean, like on the sand. It's pretty incredible. Other parts are going to be a little more east. So it can be very different neighborhood to neighborhood. Median price point here is going to be $540,000, but like I said, they're going to be very different neighborhoods. So there's also going to be like, this is an area that has a lot of, so condos and townhomes, but you also see twin homes. So you don't see a lot of twin homes around the rest of the county, but in Oceanside, you do see some twin homes. You're also gonna see a lot, communities up there that are like 55 and over. So some different things going on. Definitely, if you're not familiar with it, definitely you wanna check out, I would check out Oceanside in depth and make sure you're in an area that you really like. Liberty. Hi Poodle, you gotta stop bugging me while I'm trying to film here. There is stuff out there for the price. And a combined, Poodle. Even though there's a large, God, my brain hurt.
Is it over? Are you done?
Yes.
Okay, great.
So hopefully found that helpful. Those are going to be condos and townhomes in San Diego County. They're going to be less than the median San Diego price. So if you're looking for more videos about affordability, got a couple different ones right here. Check them out. I think you're really going to like them. And I'll see you on the next one.